Ever taken a sip of Pepsi and wondered about the story behind the can? That refreshing beverage has a tale that stretches from the bustling streets of India all the way to the corporate boardrooms of America. At the heart of the story is Indra Nooyi. Born in India, she grappled with societal expectations that often tried to confine her to traditional roles. But after obtaining her bachelor's degree, Nooyi ventured to the US, enrolling at the prestigious Yale School of Management, a bold step for a young Indian woman in the 1970s. After graduation, she climbed the corporate ladder with determination and skill, from her tenure at Boston Consulting Group to her influential role at Motorola, all the while navigating the complexities of being a woman of color in largely male-dominated industries. Her commitment to continuous personal and professional development led her to PepsiCo, where she began as the company's chief strategist. Her innovative thinking played a pivotal role in PepsiCo's acquisition of Tropicana and the merger with Quaker Oats. Recognizing her talent, leadership, and the growth she brought to the company, Nooyi was named the CEO of PepsiCo in 2006, becoming one of the most influential female CEOs and joining the ranks of the most powerful women in the world. Nooyi's story isn't just about shattering glass ceilings. It highlights the significance of career development, adaptability, and resilience in overcoming challenges and achieving success. In today's lecture, we're diving into career development, starting with what a career is and what it means to develop it. We'll then examine various theories of career choice, from classic approaches like Super's theory of vocation choice and Holland's person-environment fit theory, to more modern perspectives like the chaos theory of careers and the protean career concept. And then we'll highlight the practical tools and interventions, like career coaching, job search interventions, and mentoring that help guide people on their career development journeys. You're likely familiar with the concept of a career, but this concept has evolved over time. Traditionally, it's been thought of as a ladder, a succession of jobs, promotions, or upward moves throughout one's life, often within a single organization. One definition by Hall characterizes a career as the individual sequence of attitudes and behaviors associated with work-related experiences and activities over the span of the person's life. This definition doesn't confine a career to just one organization or a linear path. It embraces the reality of today, where individuals often transition between roles, jump across to different organizations, and even pivot into entirely new professions. And it takes a longer-term perspective, emphasizing the career process that unfolds over a lifetime. What do we mean by career development? This is a process where you figure out what you want in a career by reflecting on your interests, values, strengths, and areas for improvement. You then scope out job opportunities that match up with what you bring to the table and what you're passionate about. It also involves setting longer-term career goals and creating a plan to achieve them. And here's an essential point. Careers today are not just about climbing the corporate ladder in one organization. There's a growing trend of lateral movement. It's not uncommon to hear of someone embracing 2 or 3 distinct careers during their lifetime, whether it's a shift prompted by personal growth, passion, or the need to adapt to our rapidly changing technological landscape. Today's career paths are more diverse and fluid than ever before. You can think about the career development process in terms of these components. It begins with a self-assessment, which involves a little introspection. Take the time to genuinely understand and evaluate your interests, motives, values, and skills. Once you've identified your aspirations and your strengths, it's then time for a bit of a reality check. What experiences are accessible to you? Do your qualifications align with your dream role? Are you geographically mobile, or are you constrained to a certain location? With a clear vision of the landscape where you fit in, you then set goals for what you want to accomplish in your career journey. Finally, action planning. This is where the rubber meets the road. Determine the tangible steps to make your career vision a reality. Questions you might consider here include, how many job applications should I send out? Is my resume polished and reflective of my strengths? Would attending a career fair be beneficial? It's all about aligning your actions with those goals. While individuals can certainly navigate this journey solo, many find value in seeking guidance. Career coaches can provide personalized insights and strategies to help pave the way. Some organizations also offer career development programs to help foster and support their employees' career aspirations. But why should organizations prioritize the career development of their employees? At its core, it's a win-win for both the individual and the organization. For the individual, career development opportunities provided by the organization make them feel valued and supported. Without it, employees might grapple with feelings of stagnation, as if they're missing out on attractive promotions or intriguing projects. They could sense that they're being pigeonholed into a certain type of role or a certain type of work, never truly experiencing the breadth of opportunities available to them. On the flip side, organizations gain a lot when they champion their employees' growth trajectories. Think about it. When a talented team member feels nurtured in their career ambitions, they're more likely to bring their best self to work, approaching their role with increased motivation and commitment. Interestingly, it might even serve an organization to help certain individuals transition out. The phenomenon of boomerang employees is a fascinating one. These are the professionals who, after leaving an organization, eventually circle back armed with new knowledge, skills, and experiences. Their return often enriches the organization in ways previously unimagined. But what happens when employees aren't given the tools or the encouragement to actively steer their career journey? They might drift from one unsatisfactory role to another, never truly finding their fit or realizing their potential. From the organization's perspective, overlooking career development can have tangible downsides. The costs of higher employee turnover and dwindling commitment can mount up. Even investments in training and development might miss the mark, not truly addressing the genuine needs or aspirations of the workforce. So career development isn't just a nice idea, it's a practical, strategic imperative for both individuals and organizations. In 2010, several important government bodies and professional groups introduced a framework to guide the design, execution, and evaluation of career development programs. The framework identifies the crucial skills, attitudes, and knowledge that are needed to make informed choices and efficiently manage a career journey. So career development is a high priority for governments. It's believed that by arming individuals with these skills, they'll be in a better position to effectively manage their careers, helping them secure better employment and have a more fulfilling work life over the years. The framework prioritizes three fundamental areas. The first is personal management. This is about fostering a positive self-concept, helping people find their strengths and believe in themselves. It also recognizes the importance of developing interpersonal skills so they can interact effectively and connect with others, helping them network and present well in interviews. The second area is learning and work exploration. Here it's about participating in a lifelong journey to realize one's career ambitions. Being savvy about where and how to obtain career insights and understanding the interplay between the economy, society, and the working world help prepare individuals to effectively navigate their careers. The third area is career building. Here the focus is on pragmatic skills, securing and retaining employment, making smart career decisions, and balancing work with life to stay healthy and well, recognizing the dynamic nature of these roles and staying engaged and proactive in one's career development. So you can see there's huge interest in career development for individuals, for organizations, but also for societies as well. Let's talk about some prominent theories that revolve around career choices. These theories provide insight into the choices people make when determining the trajectory of their careers. Some of these are classic theories withstanding the test of time, while others are more contemporary. The first theory we'll talk about is Super's theory of vocational choice, which is sometimes referred to as Super's life rainbow. This is one of the earliest and most influential theories of career choice. When represented visually, the theory makes the shape of a rainbow, charting the varied life phases an individual traverses. Super believed that our career preferences and our competencies are strongly influenced by where we find ourselves in life. He identified distinct phases of exploration, establishment, maintenance, and decline, arguing that our preferences change based on our life phase and the challenges and aspirations associated with it. For instance, as a fresh graduate venturing into the professional world, your main priority might be attaining financial stability. But as time passes, factors like starting a family or maintaining well-being may more strongly shape the career decisions we make, requiring a balance between personal and professional commitments. Super also introduced the idea of vocational maturity, and this maturity doesn't necessarily mirror one's chronological age. He later argued that individuals might oscillate between these phases. Imagine a person who achieves significant career milestones in their 30s and then opts for a career change, effectively revisiting earlier phases of the career journey. The theory emphasizes that these phases aren't rigid age markers, but rather indicative of where someone's at in their journey. In applying Super's theory of vocational choice, whether you're seeking guidance for career management or understanding how this framework aligns with your own journey, there's a structured approach to it. This approach can be useful for career coaches, organizations, and professionals aiming to understand where they're at. If you're just starting out in your career journey, you're probably in the exploration phase. Here, it's about identifying your interests, gauging your skills, and finding the harmony between your life and the professional world. According to the theory, there are activities that might be beneficial at each stage. In the exploration stage, the suggested activities include things like helping, learning, and following directions. So the emphasis is on seeking out roles that offer a supportive environment to build your knowledge, skills, and confidence. As you transition to the established phase, the emphasis shifts towards career progression. Here, individuals seek opportunities for growth through promotions, skill enhancement, and job security. When individuals reach the maintenance phase, the learning curve might plateau. However, the focus pivots towards contributions beyond personal growth. They often adapt a nurturing role, offering guidance to budding talents. They might mentor, train, or sponsor folks who are earlier on in their journey. Or they might focus on developing policy at a more strategic level, helping to shape entire professions or industries. And the final phase is disengagement. This is where the individual transitions to retirement, shifting their focus to activities outside of the workplace. So this framework can help put Super's theory into practice, and it's particularly relevant for folks in more traditional career trajectories. But it's less applicable to people with entrepreneurial careers, or what we sometimes call portfolio careers, where someone's working on a few different types of careers simultaneously. For example, different projects or startup firms. These more dynamic career structures require more fluid and adaptive models to capture their unique nuances and challenges. Another influential perspective is Holland's person-environment fit theory. This theory suggests that individuals gravitate towards work environments and roles where they can effectively leverage their skills and abilities, and where they can express their unique values and attitudes. Holland developed an inventory that distills these ideas into 6 distinct profiles. The first is the realistic profile. These individuals lean towards athletic or mechanical tasks. They often enjoy working outdoors with tools or tangible objects, and typically they favor tasks over interpersonal interactions. So jobs these folks might find attractive are roles as a construction worker, landscaper, or mechanic. The second category is investigative. People in this category are interested in math and science, and they often like to work solo and tackle problems that make them think. Their interest lies more in conceptual ideas rather than tangible items or interpersonal interactions. So these folks might be attracted to jobs like a research scientist, mathematician, or a forensic analyst. Those who resonate with the artistic dimension have a strong imagination and artistic flair. They like being creative and doing original work, prioritizing ideas over objects. These folks might prefer roles as a graphic designer, a writer, or a musician. The social dimension is characterized by a keenness for social relationships and helping others. These individuals prefer human interactions over tasks or objects. Working as a social worker, teacher, or a counselor might appeal to this type of person. The enterprising dimension represents people who have leadership or speaking abilities, those who enjoy leading and directing, and those who are often drawn to ideas and people rather than tasks. This type of person might find themselves thriving in roles as a sales manager, a politician, or an entrepreneur. Finally, the conventional dimension. People in this group excel in clerical or mathematical tasks. They usually prefer indoor environments and have a penchant for organizing. They're often more inclined towards dealing with words and numbers over people or ideas. Jobs that would appeal to these folks might include roles as accountants, data entry specialists, or administrative assistants. There's a practical application to Holland's theory, a tool known as the self-directed search. This self-assessment can be found online, guiding individuals to discover their alignment with these 6 dimensions. Notably, ONET, a big online job resource, which we spoke about in the first lecture, integrates these dimensions into its platform. Most job listings, whether for an IO psychologist or a clerical assistant, include a section detailing the common scores for professionals in that role. So if you think your dominant categories are, say, enterprising, social, and artistic, you can pinpoint roles that align with these attributes.